Well, the family got on this Porter Man, Daddy 20 Man Lead. Today is Sinful Sunday in my city, Chicago. So they say March the 6th, 2022. That's what they say. All right, right here, I want you to take a good look at this here, right here. Take time to focus and read it for yourself if you have to. But I'm going to run it down for you right now and stuff on page 276 and 277 from the book Decision Points by George W. Bush, the 43rd president of the United States of America. Now all they doing is collecting free money off of the native aboriginal Negroes. We was once called, we was called aboriginals, natives, Negroes, color, blacks, African Americans, and now they said Barack Obama, when he was in office, just, left it blank for whoever the fuck we are. You understand what I'm saying? We just whatever now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that's what Dane Calloway said. And, we have to focus in on Dane Calloway because he's a little more astute than I am and stuff. Only because I say that because, they pay him the more. So I guess, I don't know. But no, because, I don't get paid for this shit for real. I get enough to pay for my expenses, living expenses. But I'm the originator of rap music and everybody else is coming up off of me like a fat rat and shit. So basically on page 276, it says right here, it says the process of reconciling the House and state bills dragged through the summer when Congress returned from recess in early September. I set out to re-energize the debate with 2 days of school visits in Florida. Laura agreed, which is his wife, to give her first ever testimony on Capitol Hill, which ain't nothing but Money Hill, as a teacher and librarian. She had great credibility on education. Her appearance was scheduled for September 11, 2001. That's when the bombs, the planes hit in New York, the Twin Towers. How convenient. She was supposed to, talk about certain things as far as, education or whatever. So you got to remember, in your own household, guys and girls be feuding and stuff because guys really don't like girls. They just hang around us to figure out how to navigate and play the game that they trying to win, which is, eliminate us and stuff because they don't like girls for real. You may be sleeping with the devil right now, the enemy, and don't even know it and stuff. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying ain't none of them helped me thus far, and I helped a lot of them even after I got fucking violated by 5 guys and they came out with a restaurant chain called 5 Guy Restaurant, unbeknownst to me until recently and stuff. Did I get any of that money? Hell no. They've been violating me since birth, and I have gotten nothing but living expenses. So now I'm going for the, heaven, I guess. I don't know. So it says her appearance was scheduled, which was his wife, I guess, for September 11, 2001. So I wrote, how convenient. By the end of that morning, it was clear I would not be the education president. I was a war president because they wanted to wreak havoc on us any damn way to get us to become fear mongers, and that way they could, usher in their family, which is the Hispanics, the stringy hair people or whatever. You have to find that video by Sarah Seti, The Making of a White Man, and that'll explain all that. I can't do everybody's job. They don't pay me enough, and even if they did, I wouldn't. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk, but they tried. Now, it says, throughout the fall, I urged Congress to finish No Child Left Behind. Ted Kennedy gave a courageous speech defending accountability in front of the National Education Association, a teachers group that contributed heavily to Democrats and strongly oppressed the bill. Senator Judge Gregg and Congressman Borner, once an advocate of abolishing the education department, rallied Republicans who were anxious about the federal role in education. Like me, they argued that if we were going to spend money on schools, we ought to know the results it produced. I underlined this. A week before Christmas, Congress passed No Child Left Behind by a bipartisan landslide. So, as you could tell, I could read, but I can't read that well and stuff because, I don't get my GED and they deprive me of an education. I'm under a lot of pressure and, time is limited with this video and stuff, and I want to make sure I get as much out as I can. So, basically, don't fault me. Read the book yourself if you find it, hard to understand by me. It says, over the years, No Child Left Behind prompted plenty of controversy. Governors and state education officials complained that the bureaucracy was too rigid and that too many schools were labeled as failing. When Margaret Spellings became education secretary in 2005, she modified bureaucratic restrictions and increased flexibility for states. But we both made clear we would not dilute the accountability measures. The purpose of the law was to reveal the truth, even when it was unpleasant. So the truth is, I'm not the best spokesman for the job, woman, lady, or whatever you want to call me, but I try my best. Some critics said it was unfair to test students every year. I thought it was unfair not to. Measuring progress was the only way to find out which students needed help. Others complained about what they called teaching to the test. But if the test was well designed to measure knowledge of a subject, all the schools had to do was teach that subject. Another common claim was that No Child Left Behind was underfunded. That's hard to believe, given that we raised federal education spending by 39% over my 8 years in office, talking about George Bush, with much of the extra money going to the poorest students and schools. Now, if that's the case, how come I sound like a dumbass motherfucker and shit? You understand what I'm saying? Because they never wanted me to learn because they knew the gift that my higher power gave me, which was the gift of writing to the best of my ability, that turned into, rap stories and rap as a whole and hip hop and whatever else they want to call it. You understand what I'm saying nowadays? And that I never got nothing out of, you understand what I'm saying? But raped, you understand what I'm saying, for my financial gains and stuff, and the money pouring into the government to, make George Bush a war president, which is Chirac in my city, Chicago. And that's why, my city look like shit to this day, and yours probably do too. Now, let's talk about the Hispanics. It says, on a more fundamental level, the critics who complain about the money miss the point of No Child Left Behind. The premise of the law is that success cannot be measured by dollars spent. It has to be judged by results achieved. Okay, I tried going to college and stuff. You know what? Hispanic so-called professor. He was young. I wrote a thesis about, because they just want to know my writings. So and what's on my mind. And I was the last person to leave the room and stuff. That's how much I was thinking about how hard it was for me to get into Harry S. Truman College or whatever, trying to, become a college student and stuff. But, I knew I wasn't. I was satisfied with my GED because, I wasn't smart, dumb, or not. They was going to kill me anyway because I'm worth too goddamn much. I'm self-made zillionaire, quiet as kept, because I have accumulated so much, helped so many people navigate it, people's careers and stuff, and made a lot of Fortune 500 companies prosper. And when I stepped down in 2008, that's when the economy collapsed. And I stepped down by going to prison because I knew if I went to prison and gave y'all Barack Obama, he wasn't going to do nothing but give y'all a bunch of more shit. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't going to amount to shit. He was going to take away shit. Now, I knew it, but y'all thought I was crazy. So I got out the way so he can step up so y'all can see for yourself. Y'all ain't got shit. They gave it to the Hispanics and his family. He's not African. He's Hispanic. You understand what I'm saying? So, but motherfuckers would lie to get the money. So, you understand what I'm saying? For $1 billion or $1 million, what would you do? You'll lie too, right? You understand what I'm saying? It says, by the time I left office, 4th and 8th grade math scores had reached their highest level in history. So had 4th grade reading scores, Hispanic and African Americans who came over here, stole our shit, set new records in multiple categories. The gap had narrowed in exactly the way we wanted it. All students improved, by minority students improved the most. But a minority students improved most, which means immigrants and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? In January 2008, I visited Horace Greeley Elementary School in Chicago, see, where I'm from, Chicago, to mark the 6th anniversary of No Child Left Behind. The school, named for the 19th century abolitionists, was 70% Hispanic and 92% poor. It had outperformed most public schools in Chicago. Student reading had risen from 51% in 2003 to 76% in 2007. Math had improved 59% to 86%. It was uplifting to see a school full of low-income minority students thrive. A 6th grade person said she enjoyed taking tests. Then your teachers can know what you need help on. She explained, at the end of my visit, I told students, parents, and the press that I had long believed No Child Left Behind is a piece of civil rights legislation. For who? The Hispanics and stuff. Because colored people, y'all had y'all turn, all y'all had to do was stand up. And what you think they was gonna do? You thought they wasn't gonna fight for their rights or whatever and stuff? If that's the case, but it's our fucking land. They can go back to Mexico, like Cat Williams says, and Africans can go back to Africa. Why is they so gun-ho on taking our shit? You understand what I'm saying? Real fucking talk. So I want y'all to understand. I wrote a piece yesterday called Writer Rights, and I'll put in the description of this video and stuff, called, No Child Left Behind, not even the slow ones and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So I came back for mine, because while I was coming up in the world doing everything by myself, you understand, they was going to school, taking advantage of the grants and things of that nature. I tried to go to a trade school, and they stopped me from doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Now, you could say, well, can't nobody really stop you and stuff. But if you have to make money and people don't want you to go to school and they're not trying to help you, your government, you could feel when somebody trying to kill you. So you try to do the best you can another way. And that was for me to, make money. And I wasn't even supposed to pay bills and stuff. Like The Color Purple say, you sitting at the head of the table and you acting like a waiter. Look at the movie The Color Purple, and it's based on my true child abuse story with my foster sister, Kim. It's just a whole bunch, and you'll never understand. So we're going to break these balls again, you know what I'm saying? Put this video with the last video I did to prove that I'm number one, and things are set up for a reason and stuff, and people are stealing my legacy and shit in front of me. White boys can kiss my ass, because that's why I keep hitting the goddamn floor, because, I'm coming at their ass so hard, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? God is trying to tell him something. I come from behind to get mine. You see this? This is red. This is 3. If I come from behind, what is that? 3, 2, 1, which means I never lose. White motherfuckers, okay? Starting this God's truth. This ain't magic. This is divine intervention and shit. And if you don't like me, I don't care. I don't think I like you either and stuff. But we all could have been billionaires. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. We could have all been billionaires, but no. They wanted to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. That's what the devil do. The devil comes to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. The last scripture was Jeremiah chapter 43 and 44. You can read that. Here go another one. And you can read this one. This is on page this is Psalms chapters 119, 20, 21, and 22. On page 578. I'm the originator of rap music since the age of 8. If we coming from behind, motherfucker, read it for yourself. In the year 1975. Okay? You see? I never lose. All right? So, and this over here is 597. Coming from behind, my sobriety year is 1997. You understand what I'm saying? And you drop the goddamn 9 coming from behind, that's still 75. So either way, I don't care if you like me or not. I'm still going to win whether you like me or not. Now, we can fight this out. We can war it out since he's a war president and stuff. And the bombs can drop and we can all goddamn die, because there's levels to this. Just like there's levels to heaven, there's levels to hell. You understand what I'm saying? How far you want to go down or how far you want to go up. Well, we can just meet each other in the middle and talk about this shit like Rome motherfuckers, whether you agree with the way I speak or not. And with that, this your Ghetto News reporter, Mary. That's 20 Mary Lee. Step your game up, go outside and do something.